To the bold belong all things.
Come on, Tom.
Okay, skip that. That was a little extreme. Freedom. Freedom relies on being bold. Robert Frost. What did Robert Frost mean when he said that? I don't know what he meant when he said that. I didn't know Robert Frost, so my guess is that he meant that nothing truly worthwhile or truly extraordinary was ever accomplished without risk. Today, I'm telling you that it's okay to dream big. My name's Tom, and we're going to get into swing trading in a bit, and I'll tie together what I'm telling you about right now, but for now, bear with me. Not only is it okay to dream big, but it's not okay not to dream big. Albert Einstein once said that everybody's a genius. But if you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, it's going to think it's stupid. Well, there's really a lot of truth to that. Everybody out there listening today, honestly, truly, is brilliant in some way. And just the unfortunate situation in life is that often we're so caught up in jobs that we don't necessarily like, or jobs that we really oftentimes hate. I've been there. That we just don't ever have the time to really chase what really ignites us, what really lights us on fire. I think most of us know by now that Steve Jobs really believed. You saw his address to the Stanford graduates. And in the biographies written about him, that one of the keys to being really successful at what you do is to really love your job. Well, there's a lot of truth to that. So how do you become really successful? Is to do what you really love. So how do you do what you really love? Well, you need time, so you need some financial freedom. So today I'm here to tell you about swing trading, and I've really been able to swing for the fences in my life due to the successes that I had that anybody can replicate. It's just really following the advice of the juggernauts of the investment world, people like Benjamin Graham from a long time ago, Peter Lynch more recently, and the contemporary Jim Cramer. If you follow the basic premises, then the odds are already highly in your favor to succeed. And when you understand the laws of compounding interest, Google the law of 72, you will see that in not that much time you can grow wealthy, very wealthy, and even spectacularly wealthy swing trading. So, I'm here to explain how swing trading can provide you with a viable and safe means by which to bring your lofty dreams that you should be dreaming to fruition. I'm here to tell you to swing for the fences. Okay, so unlike day trading, you can succeed at swing trading while keeping your full-time job. Even if you don't like your full-time job, I'm not telling you to quit your job, but I am telling you that there's more out there, but a lot of us need financial freedom before we really pursue it. So, but unlike day trading, which really requires, in most cases, all of your time, you can be a very successful swing trader with just a few hours a week. So it allows you to keep your full-time job. In fact, with just 78 cents, if you start out with just 78 cents or more, within 3 years and 8 months, you can compound that to $1 billion.
Come on, Tom.
Okay, all right. So that's an exaggeration most of the time, but you can. It really is startling how quickly your wealth can accrue, and I never thought I would be at the position I am now. And the sky's the limit. So the noise. So what I've learned is that first of all, nobody's ever. You can read Benjamin Graham if you have time. You can read The Intelligent Investor. You can read Peter Lynch, One Up on Wall Street. You can read Jim Cramer's book, but if you have time. But I don't know of any sources out there that really condense the process into a simplified, coherent method that anybody can follow. And so I'm just condensing what I've learned from them and from doing it myself for 16 years into a simplified process that have proved very successful and very potent for me. And I'm just sharing that with you because it's really not conflicting with the works of these titans of investing. But one thing that is really gets in the way for most swing traders is all the noise out there. So every day, myriad articles are published aimed at part-time investors like you and me. They're all vying for all of our attention. And shows like Squawk in the Street, or Fast Money, or Mad Money, which I highly recommend, they're all vying for our attention. So the problem is not a lack of information. The problem is an overabundance of information, a deluge, often chaotic and conflicting information, making the process of swing trading abstruse, even esoteric, to those who have not developed a lucid, coherent strategy by which to filter out the noise, and make sense of the important data. So today I am here to provide all of you who have already full-time jobs outside of the domain of Wall Street with a simplified, coherent, and effective strategy by which to get wealthy as a swing trader. There's going to be a disclaimer at the end. Basically, there's no such thing as any investment that's 100% safe. So there's risks to this, as there's risk with everything. But it's possible to lose money. So watch the disclaimer at the end. Through my 16 years of experience, I have developed this strategy, which I was alluding to now, which I'm about to tell you. This strategy. Okay, so back in 1999. At the very end of the dot-com boom, that's when I started. I was doing well all along through the dot-com boom. I was doing decently, and then the market crashed, and then I was hurt in 2009, but not that bad. And then 2009 was tough. But something clicked about 3.5 years ago through my trial and error through all those years, and also from reading the sources that I just mentioned from those investing titans. And from about 3.5 years ago, once I started executing the strategy, I went from just being a pauper, or just being, just having average financial situation, to being able to really pursue my dreams. And so I'm now about to tell you the strategy that worked for me, and again, that is consistent with the philosophies of the investing giants, and I really think it will maximize your potential to swing as a swing trader. So, it all boils down to 3 basic steps: knowing what to buy, okay? Knowing what stocks to buy, knowing when to buy, and knowing when to sell. Now, a lot of you might be saying, okay, well, that's ridiculous, just too simplified, and maybe everybody already knows that. Well, maybe if you're asking that question, good, because you're probably going to be a good swing trader, because first of all, you're questioning, you're thinking analytically, so good. But I do think that it does all distill down to those 3 things, and it is important to realize that at the end of the day, that it's really those three things that matter and nothing else. Because if you have that simplified perspective, knowing what to buy, knowing when to buy and when to sell, then it all begins to make sense. And you'll be able to filter out a lot of the noise, and you'll be able to filter out all the noise, and then you'll be able to see the important data through the lens. Through this lens that will enable you to make sense of the data that is germane, that is relevant, that is important, and you will be able to make sense of that. So again, it really all boils down to knowing what to buy, knowing when to buy, and knowing when to sell. And once you understand that, then you'll be able to filter out the noise, and that's a big part of the problem. Okay, so Before I get into today, I'm going to just briefly expound upon each one of those steps. And before I do that, I will preface the description of those steps with an explanation of why day trading is fun. As I said earlier, that Steve Jobs really believed that the key to succeeding in something is having fun at it. And swing trading is tons of fun, okay? And so I'm going to explain that in the body of my presentation. And then I'm going to briefly explain each step. There is quite a lot to each step, so I'll briefly explain each step. And then in future episodes, I shall delve deep inside the specifics, the nuts and bolts of each step, the in-depth knowledge of which will maximize the probability of your success as a swing trader. And then I will also touch upon some auxiliary techniques that will turbocharge your swing trading and really allow you to really, have the potential to really get rich over time. Lastly, I will be quickly going over 7 rules that should govern your trading, your actual trading. So whether you use TD Ameritrade or whether you use E-Trade or whatever brokerage firm you use, I want you to keep these rules in mind that will help you govern the process of actually making trades itself.